Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Shoe Game. Today's episode's a little different. If you guys are returning watchers or subscribers, by the title, you're going to know this is a little different. If you're new, this isn't the kind of shoes that I get, but this is a different / special kind of episode. So first, I do want to say that this shoe for the Shoe Game is not going to count as part of my collection. So all the shoes I usually buy are in my collection. I put them out on these containers. And I actually have every shoe in my StockX portfolio where you can like see how much your shoes are worth. That's part of my collection. These are not. So let me just go ahead and pull these bad boys out because today we have what's the official name? The Giannis Immortality 2. Right now, well, retail they go for $85, which is great, and I'm gonna get to that later. I looked online for resale value just to keep somewhat of the same structure of my videos. Resale aside, and so this is a size 11 because these are my hooping shoes. But a size 11 right now is going for about anywhere from 75 to like $90-ish, depending on where you're looking. So nothing crazy. But the reason why I picked these up is because I am an active hooper. For those of y'all that don't know, I play basketball weekly. I play basketball regularly, and I was hooping in some Donovan Mitchells that I picked up. So before my Donovan Mitchells, I had some Paul Georges I got from when I played football. We got Paul Georges. I played at Mizzou. We got Paul Georges for one of the bowls. So I was just hooping in those. Those eventually wore out. I wore them for like 3 or 4 years. Then I had to get some new shoes. I found some Donovan Mitchells on sale at a store for like $70. So I just got those. And I like them. They're kind of bulky, but I want to go back to Nike because I think the Donovan Mitchells were Adidas, if I remember correctly. Pretty sure they're Adidas. So I want to go back to Nike. And so the laces on my Donovan Mitchells broke the last week when I went to go hoop. Oh, these came out October 10th, 2022. So last year, it's currently March of 2023. But anyway, they came out October of last year. But the last time I was hooping, my laces on my Donovans snapped. Because they're old. I've had them for almost 3 years hooping regularly. So it's time to get some new shoes. I figured I might as well throw this in as a video for Shoe Game because we are picking up a brand new pair of shoes. So here's the box. I believe it's supposed to be like a G and an A for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Here you go there. Giannis, made by Nike. And a lot of my videos, I wear a size 12 for my casual shoes and Jordans. For my hooping shoes, I want them a little tighter, obviously, because there's going to be a lot of cutting and running. I don't want too much space to slide. So I like my shoes really tight, so I got an 11 for these bad boys. So we're going to go ahead and pull them out. And this is what they look like. So originally, you guys, if you want, look up the Immortality 2s, the white and green. So there was one model we got at first. It was white, green mesh, with like some black on there. That's the one I was gonna get at first, and then we got the black ones in like last week, and I was like, oh no, I want the black ones. So I ended up getting the black ones. So as you can see, looks like they got a really good grip here on the bottom. We got some, and it's light, it's very light, because you can tell like most of this is just mesh, so it's not heavy at all. And this is like soft material. And this is the 34 for Giannis. Here's the back, black interior, all that good stuff. And so I basically just picked these up from Hoopin' Shoes, and we had some other Giannis's there. I believe they're the Zoom Freaks, and those were $130, and then we had another model for like $120. When it comes to me in basketball shoes, I don't want to pay. I'm not going to pay over $100 for some shoes that I'm going to end up running to the ground, that I'm going to put holes in. I'm literally going to I'm going to wear these shoes for the next 3-4 years, as long as they last, until they start tearing up before I get another one. So because of my basketball shoes, I don't have a lot of basketball shoes. I don't have a huge collection of like LaMelos, KDs, Kyries. I don't have a lot. I only have one basketball shoe, and that's the shoe I wear until it absolutely runs through the ground. But for this, instead of doing an on-foot review right now, I'm actually going to test run these. So it's Friday. I hoop every Friday, and I'm literally about to leave to go to the gym in the next 10-15 minutes. So I'm going to actually take these to the court, brand new, which might backfire on me because I didn't break them in. But I'm going to do a review of how they are on the court, and then after I get back from the gym, I'll show you what they look on feet. Because I'm wearing jeans, so they're just going to look weird. I'll have like actual basketball like shorts on and stuff like that. But I'm gonna do a test run on the court, and I'm gonna grade them based on how they perform. I love basketball shoes. I did a video of some New Balance 550s because they were basketball shoes back in the 80s. I don't know what happened to that video. I was trying to find it because I was gonna reference or put a link to it in the description, but I cannot find the video somewhere. So I think it got lost in the sauce when I restructured my YouTube system, because I used to have all my videos on one YouTube, but now I've broken them up into just shoes, just the podcast, yada, yada, yada. So I think they got lost in the sauce. So I don't have that video for you guys. I did the same thing there where I did a review on the 550s, which I think I ended up grading it like a 4 or 5. If I didn't, they should have been a 4 or 5 if I didn't grade it 4 or 5. I think I graded it a 6 because for the gym, for basketball, they were terrible, but for weightlifting, they were fantastic because the sole's very stiff. But anyway, I don't know where that's at, but I'm gonna test run these bad boys, and I'll let you know how they go when I get back to the gym. Hopefully my feet don't get destroyed because they're brand new and they haven't been broken in, but we'll see. Just got back from the gym and they're pretty good. I want to go through each category of rankings or whatever to talk about the overall shoe. So weight wise, light. Weight, I mean, half the material is like literally just mesh, and it's very breathable. In terms of comfort started off as a 6, but I wasn't maybe a 6.5, a soft 6, a hard 6.5, just because they were brand new. So like the tongue was super stiff, the shoe was like stiff at first, but I knew they were, I hadn't broken them in yet, so I was gonna wait to see how they feel. And then after game 3, so I ended up playing like 6 games. After game like 2, they started to really loosen up, and I would probably give them a 7 right now. I think when it's all said and done, after they've been really, really broken in, after a few runs through of hooping like days or whatever, I think it'll probably go up to a 7.5 or 8. They're very comfortable, light. Considering the fact that they weren't broken in, my feet didn't hurt. So I think that's a sign that it'll probably be like an 8 after they're really, really worn in. They didn't even hurt my feet. Usually that first day, and your feet are killing you until they loosen up, but they didn't even hurt the first time wearing them. Grip 9.5, 10. Probably the best shoe I want to say this grip is probably the best I've had since and I think in middle high school, I had some Nike Hyper Dunks, like really, really old. I don't even know like what model. When I Google it, I can barely find it, but they're the Hyper Dunks. Those are probably the best grip I've had in shoes. They're very similar in terms of grip. Really, really nice. Now, obviously, they're brand new, so the grip should be good. And they keep the courts pretty, hang on. Bueno. I mean, I'm in the middle of shooting a YouTube video, but what's up? Sorry about that. It's work. Where was I? Oh yeah, really, really good grip. And obviously they keep the courts really clean at UTSA because I go at the UTSA rec. So obviously the cleaner the floors are, the better maintenance it is to keep your grip nice and grippy. I don't know how else to describe it, because obviously when you have dusty gym floors, your grip, you have to like start cleaning your shoes because they get so dusty. So grip is good. I will say in terms of fit, it is kind of hard. It was weird getting used to because they feel almost concaved. You can't tell, but like when you put your foot in the shoe, it feels like your foot's kind of in a bowl at first because it's so stiff and hasn't like formed to your foot yet. And I don't know, I haven't been in Nikes, and I'm going to compare everything to Adidas. I've been playing basketball in Adidas for the past 3 or 4 years. Really, yeah, about 4 years. But it's definitely a different feel if you're coming over back to Nike or to Nike from Adidas. It was definitely a different feel. So I don't know if that's like how they feel now because I haven't worn them in years, or if that's just the difference in how they make the shoes in general. But it felt almost concaved. But as I got through like the first or second game, it almost felt like it kind of leveled out and the insole started to kind of form to my foot and just kind of relax. It just seemed like it loosened up. But all in all, out of 10, and 10 being the best basketball shoes I've ever worn, I would give these a soft 8.5, hard 9. And part of the reason why, I'm sorry, a soft 9, hard 8.5. And the reason why I would give it a soft 9 is because these are also $85. So it's an affordable price. For an affordable price point, I feel like it's the best bang for your buck from what I've seen. Because I know like Kyrie's and KD's, and especially like Kobe's now, they're super expensive. You're paying like a retro Jordan. You're paying $150, $60, $170, almost $200 for a pair of shoes that you're going to tear up. Like they're not going to appreciate in value as you wear them. But for $85, the comfort, how light it is, and the way that it feels on the ball of your foot up here, the way it feels, it almost feels like you got like some extra bounce to you in terms of comfort. So like a lot of plyo, which is like jumping and the change of direction, it fits to your foot, if that makes sense. So I'd give it an 8.5 on its worst day, and a soft 9, hard 8.5. That's what I would give it. I really like these. And I'm glad to be back with Nike. I think I'm gonna stick with Nike. Adidas was cool, but they were too bulky. The Donovan Mitchells were a little too heavy for my personal preference. So I'm glad to be back with Nike and for an affordable price. So I'm gonna throw these on feet real quick, just show you guys what they look on feet. But before I show you guys the on feet or on foot, whatever, I do want to mention, I talked about all the positives. I gotta, if it's not a perfect 10, I gotta mention the negative. The one thing I will say is, I already threw them on, but I'll explain it when I show you guys the POV shot. But if you have wide feet, these might not be the shoes for you, because I have narrow feet. I have narrow, long feet. I got long toes. Some people call them tingers, toe fingers. But anyway, I got a long, narrow foot, and even with a long, narrow foot, the center where the arch, and I have flat feet, but the center where your arch would be, kind of like mid-foot, I can feel that is like squeezing to my foot. Now, I personally like that because I like my shoes tight, conform to my feet. But if you have wide feet, that might be a little uncomfortable because you might be like coming out or spilling out the side of the shoe. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. All right. So get you some natural light. First of all, this is what they look like on feet. I love how they look. You got the white check here, and then Giannis he uses the reverse check on his. And it's got this like iridescent, I think that's what it's called. There you go. Yeah, that's the black swoosh on there, in case you didn't see it before. Really light. But what I'm talking about is right here, I feel like my foot it's like there, and it's kind of tight. Now, it's not uncomfortable tight. Me personally, I prefer this type of feel. But if I'm a size, 11, 12 or whatever, but if you got a foot like wider than mine by even a half inch or a quarter inch on each side, these probably will be a little uncomfortable for you. That is the one thing I'll say, is that they're made very tight around right here. Because as you can see, this comes in. So I'm like right here. So if you might be coming out over this little, arch thing right here. If you got a wide foot. Luckily, I don't. So this is actually a perfect fit for me, and I love it. But just want to throw that out there as like a warning if you're thinking about getting these. But let me know what you guys think. Again, this is not really part of my collection, but I love them now. These are going to be my shoes I'm going to be hoping for. Hopefully, they'll last a few years. But let me know if you guys like them, if you're hoopers out there, or if you like wearing basketball shoes casually, if you got Giannis's or Greek Freaks or any of his shoes. And just, comment, and I like to interact with the comments. But it's been a little bit of a longer video because I'm going in depth, but appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you guys next time.